What's good, guys? I'm finally back home. Man, I really did miss my old background and being able to work with my actual PC. Anyways, today I wanted to quickly cover the new Baphomet and Gazelle cards. Well, new for the TCG, but not really for the OCG. By the way, it is thanks to them in a way that we're getting the new Illusionist monster card type, which I've been waiting for like the past 20 years. There's not that many of them, but they're definitely on the right track to become meta impactful. Anyways, for the Gazelle archetype, there are 4 main deck monsters, 2 fusion monsters, and 1 spell card, at least right now. They also have a lot of modern effects, so a lot of searching, a lot of reviving back from the graveyard, a lot of recycling, and also you're going to be interrupting your opponent quite a lot. And you can play Yu-Gi-Oh! Really well with only 1 card thanks to that engine. Also very splashable, by the way, so it's not really like an actual full-fledged deck. So even though the old Gazelle and Baphomet cards are complete garbage, the new ones are full of surprises. Anyways, Gazelle, the king of mythical claws, is definitely a necessity to cover right off the bat. It is a Stratos for any of your level 5 Fiend monsters or for the Chimera Fusion spell. But to be fair, the only level 5 Fiend monster that you will be playing is going to be the new Baphomet monster. And even that Baphomet has an effect that is really similar to Gazelle. Upon normal or special summon, you can search your deck for any level 4 beast monster on top of the Chimera Fusion spell. So in other words, the Gazelle level 4 is kind of like a Rhoda, whereas the Baphomet monster is more of like a Melody of Awakening Dragon since you're searching 2 cards. You get the gist of it. Now, both of these monsters have really awesome effects when they're used as fusion materials. Gazelle would be searching any illusion monster from your deck to your hand, and Baphomet will allow you to revive back any illusion monster from the graveyard. We're only looking at 2 cards right now, and we already have 3 search effects and a Monster Reborn effect. Not bad. Anyways, Baphomet is a level 5 monster, meaning that you're not really trying to normal summon it, but rather special summon it directly from the deck. And what do you know? Mirror Swords Knight is pretty much a Lone Fire Blossom for the Baphomet. A quick effect Lone Fire Blossom, so you can also generate advantage on your opponent's turn. That's ridiculous. By the way, Cornfield Coatl can actually search any of your monsters that mention Chimera Fusion directly from your deck to your hand. But yo, every single monster in the archetype mentions Chimera Fusion, so you're fine. Anyways, back to Mirror Swords Knight. It also has a really nice graveyard effect where you can banish it and then negate an opponent's monster effect. Granted, you control Chimera, the flying mythical beast. Fortunately, you do not have to play that garbage fusion monster. The 2 new fusions actually copy the name of Chimera, the flying mythical beast in the field or in the graveyard. So you can actually turn on pretty cool effects just by controlling the fusion monsters. Oh, and speaking of the fusion monsters, I will cover them, but not before the Chimera Fusion spell. So first things first, it is a straight up polymerization as long as you use a beast or fiend monster. The fusion summoning part is not once per turn, by the way. And the grave effect is quite filthy. If you've got a Gazelle fusion on your field or in your graveyard, you can recycle it back from the graveyard to the hand. Or you could technically banish it and then summon the garbage Gazelle and Baphomet from deck or grave, but that's never gonna happen. We're not playing bad cards now. By the way, it is a quick play spell, so you can use it on your opponent's turn to summon Guardian Camaro, which is absolutely nasty. So with the fusion monster Chimera, the king of Phantom Beast, you'll be able to rip a card from your opponent's hand, and then you'll be able to draw cards and pop cards with Guardian Camera. You will then be able to trigger the effect of your fusion monsters to search and special summon monsters from the grave. And you'll also be able to use the graveyard effect of Chimera, the king of Phantom Beast, to be able to revive back yet another beast or fiend or illusion monster from the grave. And by the way, Baphomet searches your deck for any level 4 beast monsters, so you're not really forced to just search Gazelle. You could search, I don't know, like King Tiger Wanghu, and then after searching it, use it as a fusion material for Guardian Chimera, and then it hits the graveyard, and then you can revive it back, and you have yourself a really nasty floodgate. I mean, deadass, imagine in 2023 summoning King Tiger Wanghu against like Super Heavy Samurai, Sprite, Exorcister, or Flunderies. Actually broken. So to sum it all up, with 1 single copy of Mirror Swords Knight, you're getting 4 interruptions. You are ripping a random card from opponent's hand on the end phase using the Chimera, the king of Phantom Beast. You're also destroying upwards of 2 cards and drawing a bunch of cards in the process thanks to Guardian Chimera. And then you're negating a monster effect with the graveyard effect of Mirror Swords Knight. And finally, you can revive back King Tiger Wanghu using the graveyard effect of your Chimera, the king of Phantom Beasts. Bruh. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to cover the last card, which is Chimera, the Illusion Beast. Its effect kinda reminds me of Ninja Shadow Mosquito because you can easily use it to OTK your opponents. So you see, this engine is only getting started, but it's already insane. Just a matter of time before it becomes straight up degenerate. At the current moment, I recommend splashing these cards in maybe Despia or Kashtira because they do use up your normal summon, and those decks don't really care too much about the normal summon. You have at the very least 6 starters thanks to Mirror Swords Knight and Cornfield Coatl, which is already really good, and because of that, you don't really have to worry too much about consistency. I am absolutely willing to make combos and deck profiles for this deck, but first things first, you have to smash the like and subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys very soon. Peace.